Chloe, this time it's the Park Jung-hyun disappearance, a story I heard from Korea. It's a chilling record of a man who vanished from the world, betrayed by his best friend on a night when the entire nation was roaring with celebration. The date is June 12, 2010. The entire country of South Korea is buzzing, electric with the energy of the World Cup. The streets are a sea of red, filled with the chant of 대한민국. In the home of Park Jung-hyun and Alias, a talented 32-year-old corporate trainer, the mood is just as festive. But he was looking forward to something even bigger than soccer, the formal meeting between his family and his fiancés, Lee Soo-jin and Alias, set for the next week. His mother was excitedly asking which dress to wear, and Jung-hyun was smiling, happier than he'd ever been. That afternoon, Jung-hyun went to a meeting set up by his fiancée Soo-jin's longtime friend, Jin Sop, an Alias. He's going to introduce you to a great new instructor position, Jin Sop had said, with a friendly clap on the back. What are friends for? If you do well, I'm happy. His smile was perfect, but Chloe, there was a flicker of something cold deep in his eyes that Jung-hyun didn't notice. But that night, long after the World Cup match had ended, Jung-hyun didn't come home. At 11 p.m., as his fiancée Soo-jin was waiting anxiously, she got a text from his phone. Let's just be real. Let's not see each other anymore. What was this? As she was reeling in shock, a call came from Jung-hyun's number, but the voice on the other end was a strange woman's. Didn't you see the text? I'm his new girlfriend. We're going off the grid together, so don't call again. The truth began to surface when a part-time delivery guy, Kim Min-sok, an Alias, walked into a police station, his conscience eating him alive. His testimony was shocking. The meeting that day was a total sham set up by Jin Sop. In a private room of a shady nightclub, Jin Sop had slipped a sleeping drug into his best friend's drink. Once Jung-hyun was unconscious, Jin Sop made Min-sok help carry his limp body to a nearby interior design shop he had rented just days before. Min-sok left after just helping him move the body, but he realized he'd left his phone behind and went back. The shop door was locked. When he knocked, Jin-sep opened it just a crack and said, "Wait, I'll bring it," before closing it again. And in that brief moment, Min-sok heard a muffled dragging sound from inside and the hissing of a shower. He could see a faint trail of reddish water seeping from under the door. When the police broke into the shop, it was empty, but the floor was still damp from being thoroughly cleaned. When the forensics team sprayed luminol, the darkness erupted. The entire room glowed with the ghostly blue traces of blood, centered around where the sofa had been. Jin Sep's motive was sickening. He had a one-sided love for his friend's fiancée, Soo-jin, and decided to get his friend out of the picture to have her. But the most crucial piece of evidence, Park Ji-hyun's body, was missing. Jin Sep was charged not with murder, but with kidnapping and assault. He shamelessly appealed and got his sentence reduced to just 7 years. It seemed the story would end there, in anger and injustice. But years later, a veteran detective specializing in insurance fraud, Detective Choi Kong-ho, an Alias, got a strange tip. A man had died in a shower accident, and the multi-million-dollar insurance payout went to his friend, a man named Yoon Jin-woo, an Alias. Detective Choi's eyes lit up. He ran the name against his database and found a chilling connection. The original kidnapper, Yoon Jin-sup, had an identical twin brother, Yoon Jin-woo. All the puzzle pieces fell into place. The twin brothers were serial insurance scammers. The younger twin, Jin Sup, murdered his friend for love, and the older twin, Yoon Jin Woo, murdered another man for money. Thanks to Detective Choi's relentless investigation, the twin brothers were finally tried for murder and sentenced to life and 20 years in prison, respectively. The criminals were brought to justice, but there's still a sad ending to this story. Park Ji-hyun's body was never found. To this day, 12 years later, his father says he still turns around on the street whenever he sees a tall young man, thinking, could that be my son? The empty chair at the family meeting, the empty spot for the groom at the wedding, and the empty grave for a son who was gone but can't be buried. All these empty spaces tell the story of a crime that is still not truly over.